solid hit smack dab in the middle of this town, so to be able to hit all this infantry and take out this bloody command armor. But yeah, for whatever reason we've seen the Buratana aiming at other places, and interesting place to leave these tank destroyers out in the open. So you're not going to be sitting ducks there. I mean, I might as well leave maybe in these little hedgerows. There we go, these little hedgerows. Or hedged farmlands. But New P's not going to do that, so let's just see. Do we have anything happening on the map? There we go, we've got reinforcements coming in. Mi-8 TVs coming in from Crotou, transport helicopters. They could take out these chasseurs actually. In fact, that's what I'd be willing to do. But at the very least, I mean, if he was paying attention, if Crotou was paying attention, then he'd know that those chasseurs are there, so he should be able to take them out. Oh, never mind, he's going to use transport helicopters on them. So let's see, what do we have there? 128, 57mm. So I think they've got some sort of dumbfire rockets, I think. Nope, he's going to send them back, I'll be damned. Well, still, you'd want to get rid of them though. Yeah, pretty nasty threat to say the least. And that's interesting. We've got anti-air units coming in as well for Sotek. Looks like he's concentrating a few more of these forces towards the middle. And oh, there we go. Finally, do have more dedicated recon from at least one of these guys. Crotou coming in. A couple of transport helicopters there. Not really sure what the hell they're actually being used for. Normally use them to sneak around. Actually, there are a couple of places you can sneak around this map. Let's just go to satellite view. Yeah, you do have a massive swath of the map to sweep through, though we do have a couple of guys around the rear as well, but yeah, should be right though. Actually, wait a minute, any other zones being owned? Nope, only India is being disputed, so apparently no one else is bothering to capture any other flag points from what I can tell. Interesting, and, oh, before I miss out on this, it looks like we actually do have some sort of artillery firing, yep. AMX Alpha 1 firing at the encroaching Motschutzens. Motschutzens getting taken out a bit by these Marder VTSIs. VPZ is mentioned to come in somewhat unscathed, or less scathed anyway, but Motschutzens really taking too much damage there in my opinion. At the very least forcing these chasseurs to slowly retreat though, but yeah, taking massive resources in terms of losses there for Crotou, so I don't exactly know why he decided to advance there, at least with, without some sort of hefty support there. I mean, if he just had a couple of his own light anti-tank units, could have taken out these Marder VTSIs and yeah, spared quite a few of his men, but unfortunately decided not to. In fact, he's actually going to engage these chasseurs directly despite being outnumbered with Motschutzens, and Motschutzens, someone predictably getting taken out there. These VPZ guys I don't think are going to last too long. Wow, I've actually got chasseurs coming in over the... Actually, is there a hill there? No, it's actually just flat farmland. Well, anyway, coming across the farmland to fire against these VPZUs, as well as a couple of Marder VTSIs, which are meant to be tank destroyers, but not doing such a shabby job against these VPZUs. We're basically sprinting for their lives at this point. And not seeing any more Buratano shots just yet. And wow, actually Sotek managing to spring back from that with relative ease really. He just seemed to have just got his guys back up there, but he's still overall down when it comes to points. Starting to climb back up though, taking out one of the transport helicopters, taking out a second one, and these helicopters, they don't actually have any infantry in them. Interesting. But wow, they're really getting beaten to hell by those anti-infantry, oh sorry, anti-air infantry and that other crap that was there as well. At least I think there was another anti-air vehicle. It might have been destroyed or moved somewhere else though, but interesting use for transport helicopters. I wonder if he actually did load them up with infantry at all. I didn't quite pay attention. And there we go, he does have his own anti-aircraft missile units there too. And there we go, finally cleaning up the area of the chasseurs as well as the VABs, although one of the VABs managed to escape. He's going to have a hell of a time getting back to the front lines though, but really might as well give the order to escape anyway. But this VAB though, it looks like he's going to be tied down and eventually, very eventually taken out. And what we have here, another push by both teams. Sotek coming in with a couple of empty transports by the looks of it, while Crotou coming in with a more significant force of infantry and BTRs. Deciding he wants to turn around to take out the VAB. I don't really know if I quite agree with that. I mean, he could surely spare something else to take it out instead. Needs to watch out for that damn artillery though, that's targeting him. So it's only one single artillery piece, but because all of his infantry are bunched up though, it's will only take one lucky hit in the middle of them to take them out, given the Given the area of effect damage that they do. It's, oh, there we go, managed to get him back anyway. SPW even coming in to try to do a bit of damage there. And, whoa, nice little shaky camera there to say the least. Huh, interesting. Now we've got these BTRs left all out in their lonesome. The Chasseurs coming in. And do they have... Yep, they've got a couple of anti-tank rockets as well, so they should be able to take at least a couple of these BTRs. Maybe? Okay, maybe not. Interesting. Okay, managed to take one out, so they're pretty much starting to pay for themselves. Okay, it's because they're getting panicked, I think, with the reason that yeah, they're having such a hard time actually reloading those anti-tank rockets, and these guys are doing too badly either, so interesting little pitch battles they have coming in there. Finally a bit of artillery support from that Alf thing. Ooh, nice little direct hit there, taking out one of the BTRs, and this one being forced to retreat, but might as well keep up the offensive there. There we go. Gets taken out there by the Chasseurs, I'm pretty sure. Interesting. At the same time, we have Chasseurs still deployed here as well as VABs, so they're going to be a bit of a pain in the ass for Soviet forces trying to get through there. Unless if Crotou realises they're there. And there we go, finally have another Buratano barrage, and sort of aiming where it should be. The only problem is that by the time the rockets actually reach this area where the Marder VTS is, where they basically, as you can see, they basically moved to a different area altogether. So very unfortunate Buratano shots by Crotou. But there we go, we do have there we go, we actually do have these transport helicopters doing a bit of damage. It's still unfortunate not being able to apply the killing blow to the Marder VTSI, so they'll manage to retreat into these forests. So these transport helicopters, they must be really cheap or something like that to be able to want to buy them, because I don't think he's actually bought them with any infantry at all. But I suppose he has managed to keep these Marders back in the forest, and actually, yeah, he does have the infantry advantage when it comes to this particular forest at the time being. But oh no, he's going to have to watch out for that. These helicopters are on the ground. There we go. Fortunately, Crotou does lift him up just barely in time to avoid the artillery strikes there. Bam. You gotta have those little artillery strikes. So yes, very lucky for Crotou there that those artillery strikes actually missed him, and we do actually have another attack by Crotou, again with light vehicles, with infantry in them leading the way. BP-1D actually coming in to do a bit of damage there with the frag launcher, and wow, basically knocking the crap out of that VAB to say the least. It's interesting, he's actually going for an attack here, but he still doesn't have any anything in terms of recon. He's just charging straight on. I suppose maybe if he's fighting like this close to the forests, recon elements probably won't do too much, I'm guessing. Still though, I mean, now he's on open ground, now recon elements would really come in handy. Should be able to spot the guys in here, for example, using recon from the right angles at the very least, but nope, he's not going to do that. Oh well, can you do this? What did we have else here? T-55 AMVs, more T-55s aiming for these Marders. He's going to want to retreat this guy, though, or at least get these T-55 to reinforce. Otherwise, yeah, this T-55 is eventually going to succumb to these little light tank destroyers. There we go. Wow, critical impact even. Wow, another shot by the Buratano? Ah. Okay then, it's interesting. What the hell? That was only a few rockets. Interesting. I guess this T-55 is safe. Oh no, I think that, no, this one was actually killed off. The one that was there. Whoops. Now well, down he goes. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, very daring attack by Crotou here, though. He is barely ahead, and I think he's hoping to push around a bit, maybe hoping to apply a bit of a flanking maneuver to the Bravo reinforcement sector, maybe hoping to get his opponents to react a bit to what's happening there. And here we go, we do actually have, damn, another rocket barrage, I think, coming from the Buratano, but not really seeming to do too much damage from what I can tell. And ouch, that recon getting spotted. Oh, it's only a crappy UAZ Jeep as well, but managing to get out of there just in time. So a very, very lucky little Jeep managing to get out of there, and hopefully should live to find out that. At the same time, we do have a nice little infantry versus infantry battle here. Chasseurs versus Motostilskis and their APCs. Chasseurs, I don't think they'll stand a chance. Although they might be able to knock out a few of the APCs, that's kind of hard to tell though. But yeah, as you can see, they're basically being forced to rout. At the same time, we do have Scots engaging Fuchses. So they're going to get fucked or not. Probably not though, with these VPZUs coming in. A couple of RPGs should be able to take out that single Fuchs there. And well, it's also starting to run out of fuel on those BTRs. So interesting use of light vehicles infantry by Crotou. It actually does seem to be pulling him ahead though. What's also pulling him ahead is actually managing to get crap loads of hits on these empty APCs and also the tank destroyers. Not really sure why Sotek is sending him like this. Look at there, he's sending him just straight through this forest. I'm not really sure what he's hoping to accomplish there. He's oh, maybe he's trying to rush the Buratano. Ah, okay, maybe it is actually, yes. Kind of hard to tell though, they're not exactly managing to get any shots off though, and this Shilka is yeah, continuing to get more side shots this time on these APCs, starting to do a bit of damage there. Shilka though getting a bit panicked though, but these guys also panicked as well, so interesting. And now we've got the T-55s coming in, so interesting rush by Sotek there, trying to take out the Buratano, but as you can see the Buratano is still doing pretty well, and yeah, these M113s managing to not accomplish too much aside from getting killed off. But if they did manage to kill off the Buratano, certainly would have netted Sotek quite a few points. But as it stands though, it's starting to catch up a bit though, 810 to 856, so still pretty damn close. We've still got, oh actually we do have a bit of an infantry push by Crotou. Looks like he's seeking to maybe take the rest of this little forested area. Problem is that it'll leave his flanks a bit open to enemy infiltration, but what the hell, see how we can handle that. At the moment we're not seeing very good positioning by Sotek though. He really needs to keep his actually I think we can actually get right up there. Yeah, he really needs to keep his guys inside the forest. He really shouldn't be shouldn't have them on the street like this. This models will be like that negative cover that you get in what's it called, in Company of Heroes. But these guys actually managing to hold their own for a little while actually, so I guess it's because they're fighting crappy Montestrelskis, and they do have the APCs coming in, the APC coming in to help as well. Also have a bit of artillery bombardment. Artillery actually starting to run out of shots there. Modschutzen's taking a few shots there. Wow, actually taking more shots than one would think. And I think Crotou was actually going to have to be a little bit careful now. Actually, no, never mind. He does have two full squads of Modschützens. Take that out. There we go. Should be able to take out the remainder of the infantry forces here. Might just want to maybe spread these guys out just to do a little bit of a search and destroy mission around this forest, just to make sure there aren't any any NATO infantry hiding there. But no, I guess he's just content to attack with the groups that he has at the moment. The Jaggers are going to go through there, and let's see, what does Crotou see? He doesn't see the Sotek's infantry though, so those Jaegers I suppose can stay there for the time being. Interesting. Surprised also that with all the forests that have been around here, that we haven't seen things like mortars being deployed. Oh, that's a very good artillery shot. But yeah, surprised we haven't seen things like mortars being deployed by NATO, just to bombard forests close range, or greater use of flame tanks, or perhaps even I think it's the SU-122 or something like that. That's well, basically an old World War II vehicle that's incredibly cheap in this game. Basically, you get to use it to get rid of enemy infantry in forests, because it has a great HE rounds, but really crappy armor-piercing rounds. It only costs 15 points. Funny enough, the same. Ah, interesting. Have a few shots by these T-55s here, taking out these martyrs. Though I think you might want to keep them still for just a second, because this martyr's basically. There we go. Well, never mind. Let's take it out anyway. Not bad. Not bad indeed. Sorry, indeed. So if you have a look at the points, Crotou 1038, Sotek 1025. So wow, things are still incredibly close. If we can just get well, really, things are incredibly close. Basically, it'll come down to the wire here, where things like losing infantry squads now will make a massive difference as to who will actually win. Even seeing if these T-55s will get lost, for example. Apparently not. We'll will help decide who actually wins at this point. So Crotou, his hold on the game is starting to weaken a bit. He did manage to take out the infantry here and barely managed to dodge the ATGMs from these infantry guys here. How many missiles do they actually have? 4 still, and looks like they're... I thought they were aiming for something there, but apparently not. So, wow, Crotou only losing 1 T-55 there. Pretty cheap to replace, so there you go. And wow, so the game is definitely on a razor edge at the moment. I don't know what the victory conditions are, but given that we have 5 minutes to go, I'm pretty sure we're getting close to however many points they're meant to have to win, unless if it's just a timed game. But in either case, it is incredibly close, so very much so. Crotou, if he makes one misstep here, it could cost him the game basically, and even Sotek using a Fuchs like this, I don't really know if I'd recommend that, because every little thing he sends out now we'll be able to... Wait a minute, do we have artillery coming in? Yes we do, the Dana. Oh, look at that. The Dana's actually using a bit of artillery there. But yeah, just losing an empty transport like that is basically getting Crotou ever so closer to victory. But of course Sotek wants to be careful as well. He doesn't want to widen the gap of that's between him and his opponent, should I say. So, oh, it's interesting. He should be able to catch these Schutzens by surprise. 2 squads of Jaegers and I think a couple of vehicles. Oh no, the vehicles were destroyed relatively quickly. But yeah, a couple of Jaegers, chasseurs versus 2 Schutzen should be able to take them out with relative ease. So there goes 1 squad, forcing 1 squad of Jaeger to rout. But very nicely done by Sotek. So 1080, 1100. So wow, 20 points difference. Incredible. You certainly will be hard pressed to find a game that's going to be this close for Wargame European Escalation. Well, actually it depends on, I suppose, which games you're watching and all that. In my games it's usually not as close because of the ridiculous disparity in skill between the players, but what the hell. Wojciechowski's transport's getting taken out. Sotek 1095 to 1100, so 5 points difference. 5 points, incredible. If Sotek could finish off these Wojciechowskis, then that should actually put him ahead, I think. So there we go, here come the few more shots to take out a few more Wojciechowskis. We'll just see if we can get a good view of what's happening there. There we go. And yeah, these guys are basically forced to... Whoa. Okay, that sort of looked like they phased into the ground there for a second, but it looks like they got pinned down there for a second. Still managing to survive barely, and... oh wow, 1005 to 1100. Sotek basically doing what he can to regain the upper hand. Doesn't look like there's any other fights going anywhere else on the map, so it's basically yeah, very close. Here's Wojciechowski. Wow, I gotta give them credit though. They really there we go. They really managed to last a bit, but Sotek finally managing to break ahead. 2.5 minutes to go. It could still go either way though, especially if these NATO elements get discovered and destroyed behind enemy lines. Speaking of which, we do actually have VPZUs coming in to take out whatever the hell was here actually, and oh crap, if Crouto's not careful, damn it, he managed to get oh, that's not good. He managed to get a special operations squad killed off there. They're pretty expensive, so netted Sotek quite a few points there, 1165, so the game firmly swinging, well, as far as it can be swinging to his favour, and incredible. So what is going to happen now though, that's the question. We've still got a few troops moving in for both people. Oh, even got the spaceship, or starship should I say, being used by Sotek, although apparently the ATGM has been turned off, main cannon's still online. Interesting that you don't normally see starships. I suppose they can still do a decent enough job, especially with their bloody auto cannons. Seem to be present on every single NATO vehicle just about. Kind of reminds me of the US in Men of War actually, how they managed to get 50 cals on many of their tanks and vehicles. Basically makes them a bit more unique compared to the other factions. If only they could put the 50 cal on the Lee, but that'd probably make it a bit overpowered in game, and they didn't actually have that. Well, they didn't have the 50 cal in real life anyway. They just had machine guns. Probably because the amount of cannons they already had was pretty sufficient. And the fact that it was a bit more of a strange tank anyway. The fact that it's had a hull-mounted main gun and a turreted gun as well. But anyway, speaking of which, VPZU's in a bit of trouble though, unfortunately being forced to flee against Chasseur, so a bit of a crap engagement from Crotou there. He can still make something happen though, but he'll have to kill 65 points of units in 40 seconds, so I don't really see that happening though, but if he could maybe shoot down some of those helicopters that he saw attacking his infantry before, he might be able to make something happen, but nope. I don't think anything's going to happen with the artillery strikes coming in for Sotek, should I say. Yep, going up to 1200 now. He's yeah, pretty much going to seal his own victory, although never mind, he did actually lose something apparently there, but yeah, Crotou is still quite a bit behind. Motostrelski's taking damage from the artillery, and yeah, he's going to have to be careful. He's actually getting his commander arm out of there. Okay, so he did actually try to capture Kilo. I'll be damned. Huh. Well, there you go. More than just the midpoint being captured, although India has been held by Soviets, and look at that. It's a draw according to to these end results. But if we have a look at who's got what points, okay, so it was just a straight 40 minutes game. Points achieved 0 points. So yeah, it was just who could get the most amount of points in 40 minutes. So just have a look at their stats. So Sotek did get 1200, while Crotou did get 1110. So we could say that Sotek narrowly won, even though it was a draw according to the in-game stats. Though, but Sotek did manage to narrowly beat Crotou there. Let's have a look. Kills 1200, of course casualties. So yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary there. But it's quite a spectacular game. I read in the description of the replay that it involved some very good salvos of Buratano fire, but from what I can see, it could have been used a hell of a lot more effectively. It did do a bit of damage, but it just seemed to miss the mark so many times where the player Crotou would just get the Buratano to fire so close to the enemy infantry, but not quite managing to hit them. They really should have maybe scattered a bit better and then just fired, into the heart of the infantry, or maybe just fired into the heart of that damn town where all the infantry was, rather than into that open field. But there you have it. Pretty nice little game, and yeah, hopefully more at Wargame European Escalation commentaries to come out, both of my own games and other people's games as well. So if you have a nice Wargame European Escalation replay that would be fun to commentate, and yeah, would like to see it posted on YouTube, then yeah, send me that, and I'll see what I can do. So until next time, this has been Daniel Dudovic signing off.